Let's take a look into the most brutal North American RMR game on Mirage. First of all, if you want to dominate on Mirage, specifically as an NA team, you just have to face another NA team. Okay, with that comedy out of the way though, let's actually get serious now and look into how Liquid managed this 16-1. First of all, before we even talk about frags, we must talk about the utility usage from both teams. Liquid had Pain Gaming blinded for 402% more than the other way round, with Shox and Nitro really going ham with the flashes. This is a big difference between the two teams on this game on Mirage. If you think about this as a problem, it's not like where you're missing your shots. If you get into a fight and you miss your shot, or just have a slower reaction time, it happens, you have a bad day. But when you're lacking in the flash department, it's not because you need a crazy reaction time or a ridiculous aim and you're just simply missing out. You just need a few flashbangs set up and called for in the game. Arguably, this is one of the easiest parts of team play to improve on because it's so simple and uninterruptible. And Pain just got it wrong, where Liquid got it right. I mean, look at the difference of flashes regarding how many there are. I know that Liquid started on the T side, so there are more places to be flashing as a T, but just consider the output alone. With so many things going wrong for Pain, you could hope that maybe setting up for retakes and saving your flashes for a good maybe 4v5 retake could do them some good, but it just wasn't the case today. Speaking of 4v5s, we have to highlight how many 4v5s Liquid actually won. Pain was so close to snowballing into round wins, but Liquid managed to just snatch it up right in front of them. Let's go into one of the earlier 4v5s where it's buy versus buy. Nikki's thwarts off the entry, but then is immediately traded. Which, fair enough, they've both done good parts there. But because Liquid happened to be playing a lot of mid slowly with 1 or 2 players, Pain was set up this round to deal with trouble mid, leaving Nikiz by himself on A. This lets Liquid split the site from the rest of the map, smoking off connector and jungle as the CT threat has been dealt with. Liquid then, methodically, with utility, push up on A. Elige finding another kill on connector after his own smoke fades, as he's caught in a very aggressive position. Likely catching off Iguzera simply from being up so far to his smoke. Both Elige and Nitro go down, but this is all while Naf has been lurking. Being so quiet on the site for so long, PKL and Nithon find themselves peeking as the bomb should have been planted years ago. But as they peek, Naf is coming out of connector now. Osee picks up Nithon, off from an unexpected angle, while Naf mollies out PKL, straight into Osee again. Naturally, as they're 6-0 up, Naf is just confident enough to clear out jungle and finds the final kill. All throughout this round, Liquid showed a masterclass of just containing the CTs, not letting the CTs peak on their own terms. This goes back to Pain's reluctance to use utility to clear out. The dry swing from Nithon was totally unnecessary, as we see Osee was set up perfectly for it. Nikiz is also just holding A ramp alone. With some patience, PKL could come and flash for him, but no. Utility was just not a priority here. In round 9, we also have another example of Liquid successfully playing from a 4v5. But with the usage of utility, like these mid smokes and mollies coming out from Elige and Nitro, the CTs are forced to back off from mid and play retake effectively. Pain are also respecting Osee's AWP as well, so they're refusing to just hold an angle to ramp because a nice flash and peek will often get Osee a kill. With Shox looking out around B, Liquid feels so safe to isolate the CTs off the A site to get the bomb down, and although Pain finally have a good retake, Elige pulls off a worldie to clutch it out. What is really interesting is that containing your opponents can go either way in CSGO. And I have to mention this because the only time Pain get a round off of Liquid is when Liquid fail to hold or take a site while they have a supportive element on the other side of the map. Liquid managed to execute on A and get out slowly, but for once the lurk around B gets shut down, and unable to disrupt Pain, this leaves all 3 of the remaining Liquid players left on A site, all pretty much stuck. And you can imagine that this is the round that Pain win. Finally, Liquid get a taste of their own medicine. With such little utility left on the side of both teams, it's impossible for a hold to happen. Everything is going to be a dry swing / hold, highlighting again the impact of utility when winning out the rounds. Finally, I want to just highlight Nitro. He's come back from Valorant, and I really think he's hungry for a major. But more importantly, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. I know it's again an eco, but this entry over into the stack was awesome to witness live. It also lines up with how they have spread the pressure throughout their T half. They really have not been that present over on B, and have proven that they are happy just to take A site on mid for themselves. If things are going well, then why change it? That's what Pain could and should be thinking, but they're clearly much smarter than me and stacked the right site here. Or they thought, let's just play retake A and go chill on B site for a breather. Regardless, it's best to take note here that if you're mixing it up, take a look at its round. Liquid mix it up as a team. No weird lurking to catch timings, because you haven't conditioned them to react to this yet, so there's no point. Right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one today and you learnt a few things. There are other things planned out, but I need the major to happen first. This map project is still going on, so go to the form below to help me out with that. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you all later.